here today. I want to thank the bipartisan sponsors, Senator Todd, Senator Sonnenberg, Representative McCluskey, and a special shout out to our amazing chair of the House Education Committee, Representative McLaughlin. Thank you for your work. I hope to be able to make it to Durango soon to be able to celebrate that work and spend some time with you. I'm looking forward to it. Representative McLaughlin led a number of important bills this year. We signed her college credit for work experience bill, a rural jump program bill. We signed in Idaho Springs. And of course, she's a former high school teacher herself, and that really helps inform her passion for kids being able to learn. And I always appreciate Representative McLaughlin really seeing problems through a whole Colorado lens, especially rural districts like hers, making sure the solutions work for our entire state. So I want to thank Representative McLaughlin for her hard work. Can't wait to join you in Durango in person. You know, our BOCES, our Boards of Cooperative Educational Services, are absolutely critical. That's one of the reasons that they received some funds from the CORE Act. It's also one of the reasons that this bill is so important. It makes it easier for people that are retired from our boards of cooperative services that allow school districts to work together to employ retired special education teachers so that they can help our school districts and our students with disabilities thrive. And then those teachers don't have to jeopardize their pensions in Paris. So it's a really important bill. And I want to turn it over to our amazing leader on education issues, Representative McLaughlin.
Am I off? Am I on? I'm okay.
You're on.
All right. Yay. Yeah, the rural school districts have a great need for special education providers who can specifically answer the call for children who need their help. And this bill answers a critical need because it will permit retired BOCES employees the opportunity to work for a specified period of time after retirement without hurting their para benefits until a new educator is found, and therefore a child's education will not be interrupted. So we're supporting the students who need it most with this bill, and I'm happy to be a part of that idea. And Representative McCluskey, who I did this bill with, cannot be here today, but she sends her fondest wishes to all.
Well, let's make it the law, and this will help our BOCES be able to really be able to hire retired educators to do work in special ed without jeopardizing their pensions, because nobody's going to work if it means they earn less money, right, Barbara? I mean, and that's some people, the way it's set up with para. Oh my gosh, I'd love to help the BOCES out, but I actually lose income rather than gain income. So it's not fair to ask that of people. Okay, here we go. It's official. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
For our next bill, I want to thank Representative Buck, Representative McLaughlin, Senator Todd, and Senator Lundeen. This bill removes the high school social studies assessment administered by the Department of Education. It saved $650,000. We all deeply appreciate that. So that can help go to support teachers and educators. And I think there's really widespread agreement that this was not a value add for students. It was just administered once. We don't know how to look at it for growth. We care deeply about social studies, of course, but this was not a useful tool for helping us figure out where we were. And so I'll turn it over to Representative McLaughlin.
Yes, thank you very much. It does save money. It also saves students from having to take the test, and it saves educators from being inundated with data that they just can't use to have better content for their students. This test was given every 3 years to random students, so the data wasn't consistent or reliable. And I believe the best social studies tests are those that involve learning the lessons of history, not by regurgitating facts. So this will help with exactly that. And we save money, we save teachers, and we save students as well. So I think it's a good bill.
It's exciting news. Who else do we have with us? Do we have, well, let's go ahead and sign it then. Let's get rid of this. Let's save $650,000 for our schools. How about that? Okay. And it's officially the law of Colorado. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We can get you some screenshots as well.
All right.
Okay. I want to thank Representative Will, Representative McLaughlin, and Senator Crowder for a different kind of bill. This bill helps make sure that surplus military vehicles can be used and donated back and allowed to be used for firefighting. They weren't, for some reasons, they're not considered roadworthy, but we want them to be on our roads, especially for fire protection. We need, especially some of these vehicles have really great capabilities that are important for fire protection, and our firefighters need every advantage that they can get against wildfires. So I'm for the military vehicles being used even more broadly. Larry, if you can get that through the legislature, I'll sign it. But in the meantime, at least let's clear it up so that they can be used for firefighting purposes. With that, we'll turn it over to Senator Crowder. We can't hear you, Senator. Oh. Senator, we're having some issues with your sound. If it's okay, we'll go to Representative McLaughlin while you work to restore your sound there and get that fixed, and then we'll come back to you in just a couple of moments. Representative McLaughlin?
Thank you. Yes, this bill adds another tool to the toolbox for our firefighters. They can use these vehicles as a four-wheel drive vehicle to get up in the hills, but it will also let them go on the highways now so that they can get from one station to the next quickly. They don't have to go through the hills to get it. So I think it'll be faster, quicker, more efficient. And in my district, we have a lot of firefighters, so this is a really important bill for my part of the state. So happy to do this one.
Thank you. And I also should acknowledge that we are in drought in a significant part of the state and very dangerous fire conditions. Senator Crowder. Oh, I don't know what's going on with Senator Crowder. Well, how about, is Representative Will with us? No. Senator, let me just see, maybe just clear your microphone there. And yeah, it says your mute's off, but we. Well, we appreciate Senator Crowder's efforts along with Representative Will, this important bill. And I think that I wanted Senator Crowder and Representative Will to know that anything additional in this area, I'm happy to sign as well. But this is obviously it's important because there's a direct nexus to fighting fires, and we really appreciate that effort. So with that, we'll make this a law of Colorado. It's official. Congratulations. Now, our next bill is treatment of opioids and other substance abuses. We're going to switch gears. This is a very personal and painful topic, but that makes it even more important that we get it right. I want to thank Representative Buentello, Representative Wilson, Senator Pedersen, and Senator Winter for this bipartisan bill that comes out of the interim opioid and substance abuse committee. Thank you for all of your great work, and we'll turn it over to Senator Pedersen.
Thank you, Governor. I really appreciate the opportunity to sign this with a Zoom call. Thank you for your time. As you know, we've been working on this for 3 years. For anyone who's listening on Facebook Live, I really want to give a shout out to the consortium for all of their support for the last 3 years in helping us build coalitions and really doing outreach across the state to come up with comprehensive packages to address one of the other public health crises that we're unfortunately facing. And so COVID has actually made it worse. We are now expecting 75,000 additional deaths because of drug misuse and overdoses and suicide. And so it's really, it was always urgent, and now it's even more urgent that we step up and address this at every level. So we have 3 bills today. It's part of our comprehensive package. The treatment bill is really important because it sets a standard of care. So you can't just say that you're covering addiction treatment without actually providing, evidence-based treatment, that we're streamlining the process. So I'm so excited that you're signing this, Governor.
Thank you. Representative Buentello.
Thank you so much, Mr. Governor. Thank you so much to my co-sponsors who are in on this call. I really appreciate the opportunity to serve with you on the Opioids and Other Substance Abuse Interim Committee. As Senator Pedersen referenced earlier, just because the coronavirus hit doesn't mean the opioid epidemic went away. I actually just read a really sad article on NPR about, how not only do we anticipate an uptick in opioid overdose deaths, resources for addiction are essentially on hold, especially the social aspect of resources like Narcotics Anonymous, support groups, et cetera, et cetera. And as these support systems are weakening because we have to socially distance, because we all are trying to stay healthy and make it through the coronavirus, and the thing I think it's important for us to remember is that the opioid crisis is still very much a problem here in Colorado, especially in rural Colorado. And I'm very proud to co-sponsor this bill. So thank you for signing it today, Mr. Governor.
Let's make it officially the law of Colorado. It's official. Congratulations. We have another bill around opioids and substance abuse. This one also came out of the Interim Opioid and Substance Abuse Disorder Committee. It's about harm reduction for substance use disorders. And I want to thank Representative Kennedy, Representative Herod, Senator Pedersen, and Senator Priola for this really important bipartisan bill that helps nonprofit entities or licensed health facilities operate needle exchanges and get people into drug treatment programs. With that, I'll turn it over to Representative Herod.
Well, thank you so much, Governor, for signing on this package of bills. I want to give a thanks to Pedersen, who has worked so hard on these issues. We know that this is not just about opioids, it's also about other substances as well. And in this time of COVID, especially when we're seeing Coloradans die from deaths of despair, suicide, and overdose, we know we need to make sure that we have treatment available right now and providers that are ready to be out in the community doing. So I want to thank all the providers for all that they've done. I want to thank the recovery community for showing up to so many meetings, meeting after meeting after meeting, to make sure that this bill was strong and the right bill for Colorado. And of course, thank you, Governor, for signing the bill today.
Thank you. Senator Pedersen.
I think that she said it all, Governor. Really proud that you're signing this bill and all the work that we did to create a huge package and then create a different package once all the money looked much different in our general fund. So we had double the work cut out for us. And thank you, Representative Herod, for your leadership on this issue.
Let's make it the law of Colorado. It's now official. Congratulations. I think we have, is that the final bill? One more bill. It's another important bill that has substance use disorder treatment in the criminal justice system. It makes sure that people in our jails, community corrections, and prisons have access to better treatment. So when they get out, they're clean and they can regain their dignity in their lives. It's another important bill in this group of bills that responds to substance abuse and opioids. I'm proud to turn it over to Representative Herod. I also want to thank Representative Kennedy, Senator Donovan, and Senator Priola for their work on this bipartisan bill. And we'll turn it over to Representative Herod.
Thank you, Governor. Again, the people of Colorado. As the Vice Chair of the Judiciary Committee, I know firsthand what happens when we actually aren't giving people the treatment they need. Right now in Colorado, our largest mental health and substance use treatment facilities are our jails and our prisons. That should not stand. That should not be how we do our business. This bill won't get rid of that altogether, but what it will do is put Coloradans on the right path to recovery and ensure that there's a continuity of care for those who need it. And that when you ask for help, hopefully this will make it more available for those who need that. So again, I want to thank the recovery community and those who have been involved in the criminal justice system, who have stepped up and said, this is where the system could have done better for me and where it failed me. And here's how we can make Colorado better. And thanks to the counties who worked really hard to get this bill to a place that we can all move it forward. I want to give a shout out to all of my colleagues who worked on this bill, but also let folks know that we're not done with these issues. We will continue to focus on ensuring that people have access to the treatment that they need. This is one step forward. We've got so much more work to do, and we look forward to doing it in partnership with so many Coloradans. So thank you, Governor.
Without further ado, let's make it officially the law of Colorado. And it's official. Congratulations. Thanks for all of our sponsors on education, on substance abuse. These are very important bills that we signed here today. And I want to thank our legislators who worked in a bipartisan way to get some really great things done. And thank you for all of your great work.